Welcome. Welcome to Washington Dulles International Airport.
Welcome.
Today we're flying United Airlines on board the inaugural service to Amman, Jordan, and we're flying in all 3 cabins. Z? Say I'm flying in Polaris business class.
I'm flying Polaris business.
Yep. I'm going to fly in Lehman Plus, which means Mom.
I'm going to fly in economy.
Okay, let's go ahead and get check-in.
Paris, that's United's international business class. Check-in took no time at all, and I was on my way. Our flight is scheduled to depart at 10 o'clock tonight. After most of the other international flights have already left Dulles, we'll spend 10 hours and 32 minutes in the air, covering nearly 6,000 miles. We're slated to touch down in Amman just before 4 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. And when we land in Jordan, stick around and join me for a brief visit to Petra, one of the most iconic places anywhere on Earth. I'll even meet up with one of my best friends.
Even meet up with Jugwood's best friends.
The last time I was on an inaugural flight was with SAS on
from the compliment she's on cargo.
Seems like a lifetime, really. If you think about how much has changed the world of aviation, but it is equally exciting to be on this flight today.
The first for United to Amman. Let's
The
go
flight was
to the
scheduled
gate.
to leave at gate C2, which meant a train ride along the wall.
We are 100% going to check out the Polaris Lounge, but first, I think we should head
He
to
is
the
going
gate
to
see
check
if
out the
everyone's
Polaris
there. I
Lounge.
sort of think there might be a little bit of a party.
But let's go to the gate and see if
Our
the
flight was supposed
airplane's
to be
there.
served by a 787-8, but because of the mechanical issue with this plane, it was switched out to a far more beautiful 787-10.
Like this.
That also meant a lot of people received last-minute upgrades thanks to the larger number of seats on the Dash 10.
Things were calm,
Things were calm here,
but that
soon
wasn't changed.
For now, let's head to the lounge.
See, you're
It's
going to
incredible.
head to the lounge.
Access to Polaris
It's going
Lounge
to be
is
amazing.
extremely limited. Pretty much the only way to get in here is to have a
Going
same-day
to hear your
international
Polaris
business
Lounge.
class ticket on United or another Star Alliance
See,
carrier.
you said,
Getting in always feels special.
see, you copy what Jeff Woods is saying.
Even the lounge was celebrated
There's no
in its launch.
subtitles.
There it is. I'm so excited about this flight. Inaugurals are the best.
As I've said before, United Polaris
Yes.
lounges are the best I've seen in the United States, and the one here in Dulles is no exception. It did get pretty crowded, but cleared out as soon as the European flights left. This lounge has it all.
Lots of seats, a mess,
A massive buffet.
buffet.
Wow.
There are lots of choices of where to eat or work, including
This
these
phone
phone
booths.
It's absolutely silent in here. It's a great place for a Zoom meeting or a conference call.
Wow.
There's a huge bar, and of course,
And
a
of
sit-down
course, a
restaurant.
sit-down restaurant.
I plan to eat dinner on the plane, so I just have a light
Yep,
bite.
we decided to eat dinner on the plane. So see,
This soup is just.
so see, we
It's
decided to have
soup to
soup.
eat.
Here's your soup.
But I guess if you put that much cream in anything, it's going to be good.
There was plenty of caffeine, value given our late departure time, and all of it, as much as you want, the food, the drinks,
Keep it dead.
coffee, it's all included in the price of your
Keep it
ticket.
dead. Keep it dead. Keep it dead.
But let's face it,
But let's face it,
it's not a visit to Polaris Lounge without a toast. Cheers, here's to a great flight.
Here's
Right
to a great
right
So
away.
let's head over there and see what's going on at C2.
I'll jump into you.
It's
impossible to
tell you
tell
what's
how
happening right now. It's
we are.
over the moon. This is everything. It's an inaugural flight. It's a new route. It's a new country.
We're
I'm flying
flying
business class, Polaris. This has it
all.
inaugural flights are always special events, and this one was a real blowout given just how much time has passed since United, or really any other airline for that matter, was able to celebrate positive news like this new route.
There's music, lots more food,
Not to give you a passport holder and a pound pin,
but things really kick in high gear when Georginian dances on it. How cool is that?
Oh, that's actually pretty nice. That's unique.
Yeah, you should try it, see?
No, I'm not.
How great is that? Go, Georginian dancers,
there were
go!
speeches, and I
Those
really felt
speeches.
for these dignitaries. I mean, that would be a tough act to follow. I
On
found the
Sunday night,
United
they
Airlines
want
Patrick
Patrick
Quayle's
Quayle's
observations about United's transatlantic expansion to be most interesting.
United will become the single largest airline in the world across the Atlantic, and that's a first. And that's really impressive. We're really proud of that. And it starts tonight with Amman Jordan. More destinations than every other U.S. airline combined serves across the Atlantic, and that's pretty impressive.
And the excitement culminated with a symbolic ribbon cutting by the dignitaries and crew, which also meant
It's time to get for us to get on board.
Reflecting that.
Alright, see,
It's time to get on board. So,
you should add to seat 7A.
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to
Here's your seat 7A. You say thank you. Alright, Mom. Alright, Mom.
Alright, so I'm going to seat 7A. Cannot wait.
Let me show you where
the
the
opposite seats on these 787s offer more privacy because they're closer to the windows. I was glad to be in 7A today.
There it
The
is.
cabin is beautiful and arranged in a 1-2-1 configuration. Seats in the middle alternate between ones that are close together, great for couples,
Here's your seat.
and those that are separated.
Mom.
And here's my seat.
Let me know, Mom.
There's a lot to take in at this seat. There was a special certificate recognizing the day and this flight. Pajamas were already on each seat as well.
Wow.
The
See,
best
you
pillow
got.
in the sky, United's gel pillow, was a
Wow.
welcome addition as well.
See, you got.
Let me know,
What's
Mom.
that
Let me
you
know.
got?
Equity in the
The
Polaris.
Saks Fifth Avenue bedding is always nice.
Yeah. Oh, and that.
Pilot, make a quiz for my astronomy notes.
Oh, and that.
What type of galaxy is Andromeda?
A Milky Way?
There's a massive screen and a USB power source here. You'll have a coat hook, and to the side you'll find a remote control for the IFE, a power socket, and a headphone jack, also a reading light. Inside the cabinet, there are headphones to use while on board and a bottle of water. The seat is endlessly adjustable, but
But
I
we
find
can't
the
jump
placement of
anymore,
these
Mom.
buttons to be a bit
Hey,
challenging,
you're
so I kept accidentally pressing them throughout the flight.
Look at your seat.
Above, you'll find air vents and reading lights.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, see.
Our flight was delayed because loading baggage took a little longer than anticipated, but that just gave Patrick Quayle more time to pass out commemorative t-shirts to the passengers. It
Wow.
also allowed for 2 late arriving passengers to make the flight. I always wondered what it'd be like to accidentally stumble onto an inaugural flight. As a person who books them the instant they're announced, I'm always curious about the people who just happen to end up on board.
Alright, fasten your seatbelts. We're heading off to the runway. Look out, Amman Jordan. Here we come. Fasten your seatbelts. See, fasten your seatbelt.
Ching ching.
Zip. Quick. Perfect. And lift off.
This was a late departure, but I knew I needed to stay up for dinner so I could share it with you, so
Yeah,
here
you
goes.
need to stay up to
The tray
bed.
table is fairly large and offered enough space to eat or work, but not both. The in-flight entertainment offered a ton of choices, but naturally,
Including-
the map was best for me.
Including Avengers Endgame.
You can send messages for free, and internet access was available for a fee. I paid about $22 for the full flight, which I didn't think was too bad. It wasn't very fast, but it still was nice to stay in touch with all of you who were tracking the flight on social media. Service began with a drink and more nuts. I ordered a chicken while we were at the gate, and when prompted for a backup selection, said I'd take a swordfish if I had to. And the swordfish was what I got. I don't understand United's process for taking orders, but
Wow.
since I was one
Look
of
at
the
the
last on board
foods
to
we
be
got in
allowed to make my
Polaris.
selection, I'm not surprised they'd run out of our first choice. Maybe the equipment swap and sudden influx of business class passengers hadn't been accounted for in the catering, I don't know. The food was okay, but didn't seem out of the ordinary for a business class flight. That said, I ate it all, so it's not like I can complain too
Wow.
much.
He ate it all.
Dessert was quite nice though, an ice cream sundae.
Cool. Nice
This was a
one.
late night already. We didn't depart until nearly 11, so I set up the bed. The seat lays out fully flat, and despite being narrow,
I
it's
see.
still comfortable.
It's time.
The footwell is a bit
Next
cramped,
therapy
but I still managed about 4
Yeah,
hours of
why
solid
see
sleep
time
despite
for
my
that?
extreme excitement.
What when
and
you
by
got
the way,
T-Bone Jr.
you can
for
even
a
request a
pill?
mattress pad and slippers if you'd like. As soon as I woke up, a flight attendant asked if I'd like to have a snack. He suggested the veggie wrap, which was pretty good.
Look, Reggie,
We
wow.
were over northern Spain on a beautiful
My therapy dog's a little clean.
We still had about 4 hours to go.
But we still have 4 hours to go.
But honestly, the time seemed to drag interminably. You see, I was meeting up with one of my best friends, someone those of you who like these kinds of videos will certainly recognize. Stick
But
around to
we're
see
meeting up
who
with
I met
him
up with.
too. With my friend Jeff Wood. We're meeting up with one of
After a
his
cup of coffee, I decided to take a walk through the cabin.
boys.
The
Here's
economy
the
is laid out in
economy.
3-3-3
Here's the
configuration.
economy. Where
There's
you are.
also a premium plus
Yep,
section
I'm in
cabin
premium
configured
plus.
with a 2-3-2 setup. I had some more coffee as the rest of the cabin started waking up. It was time for breakfast, which
It was
was
time
a
for
highlight,
breakfast.
mostly because I was able to get my choice, the steak and eggs.
Okay, see,
I've
you
never
got
had
the
steak
steak
and
and
eggs before,
eggs.
not even on the ground. And I'm glad to say I can give credit to United Airlines for introducing me to it. The amenity kit was very nice and had everything you'd want on a flight this long. And that's a lot. I was particularly grateful for the eye mask and toothbrush and toothpaste. Now, about these windows.
When the 787 first came out, everybody was really excited about these windows. They're controlled electronically. But in practice, I don't think they're that great. They never get fully dark. So if you're flying during the daytime and want to get some sleep, you really can't. They're also never fully bright. I'm just not a fan of these windows. But let me know in the comments below if you prefer a traditional window shade or the 787 electronic dimming control.
Traditional window shade.
We crossed over the Israeli coast and our approach was imminent. So, that means it's time for the unscientific
Jet
jet score.
score. It's time for the jet score. Anyways, let me get this schedule down.
This hotel is the best decision I have ever made. What about Chad? Second best.
Oh, really?
We'll rate the lounge, the seat, the food, the in-flight entertainment, and the service, each out of a possible 5 stars to get a sense for this flight. For other flights I've rated and to compare them, head over to greenergrass.com/JebScore. First, the lounge. Well, it's nothing short of incredible. Having an a la carte restaurant is almost a guarantee of 5 stars for me. And throw in those spectacular views, and there's no doubt about it. 5 stars here.
Yep.
The seat was
Fasten
quite
your
nice. I
seatbelts.
never felt
The
the need
beginning
to
of the
have
set.
a door, and it really has everything
See,
you
fasten your
want,
seatbelt.
even for a super long flight like this one. Now, I do wish there was more room in bed mode, though. This seat earns 4
See?
stars. The in-flight
Fasten your
entertainment
seatbelt.
offered plenty of choices.
We're
but it
beginning
was
on
clunky.
the set.
It even locked up on me a couple of times. I was able to exit and
Fasten
restart
your
moving, but
seatbelts. We're
it was still
beginning
kind of
on the
frustrating.
set.
The IFE
See? Fasten your
earns 4 stars. The food? Well, it wasn't great. The swordfish didn't have much flavor and was extremely dry. I saw the chicken and it looked better, but it wasn't available to me. 3 stars here. The service though was extraordinary, and I
3
knew
stars
that.
for the service.
Shauna, our international purser, was the best flight attendant I've ever encountered. And really, everyone on the crew was service-focused and excited to be
Oh,
on
hey,
board.
look.
That's not hyperbole, and these
We're
inaugural
plunging
flights
into
tend to
Amman
have
Jordan.
just elevated service, but regardless, this is a 5-star crew. So that leaves United's new service from Washington Dulles International Airport
Ooh,
to Amman
cool.
Jordan
Water.
with 21 out of a possible 25 stars.
Why are they?
And
Ooh,
after
it's a
the
water
whole
tube.
flight, complete with water cannon salute.
Ooh, it's a water cannon salute.
To Petra,
What's
where I
that
met
to
a
Petra?
YouTube sensation and one of my best friends, Dennis Bunnick.
Hey, Dennis, what's it? Wow.
Absolutely exceeded my expectations, and I hope
See,
you find
we're
yourself
met
on
with
board
Dennis
United Airlines
Bunnick.
come on soon,
Great.
so you can also
on,
check out this
stand up.
incredible site. But it was reconnecting with my old friend that really made it special.
What's your number one piece of advice for a first-time visitor to Petra?
See all, definitely the treasure. Head up to the monastery, walk through the city, and just enjoy it. Be there in the moment. Don't spend all your
Yeah.
time taking photos and videos and
Hi.
stuff.
Thumbs up for Dennis Buckingham.
Between now
And the next time, see you in the sky.
See ya.